Well, what brought us here, I guess, is we were actually moving back into the area, and because all of our kids live here, and we looked at the model homes, and we just really liked the different models they had, and the features, and the community that they were in.
She did a lot of in-depth research prior to that because it kind of intrigued us maybe going into a 55 and older community that was an active lifestyle.
No, I think we actually started looking at the other model homes that were not in the 55 and older community first, is the ones we first looked in. Then we ran across this side, which was the 55 and older, and we came into the David Weekley, we went into the other ones and also, but we really liked what David Weekley had to offer.
I think it was a combination of things, size of the home, the layouts of the home, and we did like the models. When we came into the models, we thought they looked very nice. We liked the open concepts they had in all the models, and it was the size of the home we were looking for. So that, and then the combination of working with the team, working with Lori, who was our salesperson. She was just very good at presenting the information and what the community was going to be like, and spent a lot of time with us. So that had a big impact on it.
I think we kind of knew immediately once we came out here and spoke with Lori, and we were kind of like, yeah, we want to do this. We like this.
But there was a lot of, like I said, there was a lot of research prior. Like I said, we dig down and we try to do a lot of research prior to making those decisions. But yeah, it kind of solidified it once we came, that the decision we were thinking was going to be a good one.
We see how well built our home is, and how efficient it is, how energy efficient it is, and that plays a big part.
That was actually a very big part in it because we saw the construction. Early years I was involved in construction, so I've done quite a bit with construction, and the fact that they built the homes here with the 2x6 walls, which most builders don't do. So it was like having a custom home with the 2x6, knowing you're going to get the extra insulation, and then our electric bills and things that we see. It's just, having been here in Texas with the larger house and what electricity bills could be, it was very, very energy efficient. We did spend quite a bit of time on selection of the lot. That was important to us because, having been from Texas and retired out of Texas for many, many years, we know how the summers can be and the sun hitting the house. So we spent some time trying to pick the right lot that the house would go on so we could kind of have the shaded backyard. And then at that point in the house, we just kind of looked at some of the options that they had, the extra options that they had, and it was important for us to maybe extend the garage a little bit, do a walk-up storage.
That was huge.
So, we knew we would need places to store things. So those were the kind of things that we did. And they had those different options. As a matter of fact, we didn't know we needed that option until we saw it. And once we saw that they offered that, it was like, that's a good option to have.
We need that. Yeah. The lady at the design center was very helpful. I mean, she, you can get really overwhelmed in there because there's just so much to choose from. And she would really kind of just take us step by step and really narrow things down for us. So, I mean, something that was at first overwhelming to me turned out to be a really good experience.
Yeah, they were very methodical about the way they have it all set up, and so that you don't feel so overwhelmed as far as thinking about too many things. They've got it step by step broken down, so it works out well that way. So Gibbs was our builder, and Gibbs was outstanding. He was very, very good about communicating everything and working with you, and just helping in so many different areas. I think it was like weekly contact we had with them, which was very important to us because we were in Florida at the time. So we made sure we had a good schedule to be able to come down at the necessary times, prior to sheetrock installation of the different things. But the fact that he was able to keep in touch with us and have the weekly meetings, you felt like you were aware of all the progress that was going on, and it was just nice to have that, especially not being here. I think what we enjoy about the community most is the fact that there is a lot of community spirit here. it's actually what makes the neighborhood is the people that are in it. There's such great people that are very given of themselves, and it's one of those communities that if you want to get involved with things, you can. If you don't, that's fine, but most people get involved. And because of that, we've got just a wonderful amount of things to be able to do here.
I agree wholeheartedly. Everybody looks out for each other. If somebody's down, sick, everybody tries to lift them up and do whatever they can. If somebody needs, if there's somebody that needs a light bulb changed, there's going to be a neighbor that's there to help them.
The Amenity Center, we try to, they do so many different activities. Our problem is not being able to do enough of the activities, probably because we travel a lot, so we're not here as much as we'd like to. And a lot of times we're gone and we're like, oh man, we want to be able to do that, but we can't because we're not here. But yeah, we definitely like to go when the temperatures are good for the pool. We try and use the fitness center as much as we can.
Play pickleball.
We play pickleball, so the pickleball courts are very important when it comes to that. And then being able to get around and walk the community. It's just such a great community for walking and biking. We like to walk and bike. Yeah, I think we've used pretty much everything at the community center here. And then we try and participate as much as possible. If we're here, we want to be involved in the activities that they're doing. Our overall experience is just that it was a combination of the fact that we had a great salesperson that worked with us, and you almost like then consider them a friend, because for 5 years now we see Lori all the time and talk to her all the time and have questions, and as well as the rest of the team that was there. And then you add that to a great community and a great environment and just a good place to be, and like I said, the people here. So it's just overall, we just really, really enjoy the decision we made.